Have you ever started the weekend with big plans to get so much done, only to spend the whole time thinking about it instead of actually doing it? It's that familiar, "I'll start in a minute," that somehow stretches from Friday night to Sunday afternoon. And by the end, you're left feeling like you didn't get anything done, and you really didn't get to rest either. Today, we're unpacking that feeling of, "I just didn't do enough." And we'll be looking at ways to ease the Sunday night anxiety that comes with it. Welcome to Sunday Scaries, where we work through those moments that can keep you from feeling calm before Monday. I'm Rosie, a meditation teacher here at Headspace. If you've ever felt guilty about not getting enough done over the weekend, you're in the right place. Today, we'll walk through some tools and I'll guide you through a meditation to help create a calming Sunday routine. And we'll explore ways to reset yourself so you don't head into the week feeling regretful or frustrated. I've been the proud recipient of many "I didn't do enough" weekends. In fact, last weekend was one of them. Oh, I came in so hot, you guys. Friday afternoon, I was convinced I was about to have a super productive weekend. I even canceled plans. "I can't," I said. "I'm working all weekend." I had a list of grandiose plans. I was going to write 10 meditation scripts and clean the entire house. I know, I can hear it now. But at the time, I can't emphasize enough how sure I was that this was all going to get done. With such a big weekend ahead, I figured, I'll relax Friday so I can hit the ground running at 6 a.m. on Saturday. And guess who slept in until 9 a.m. on Saturday? Yours truly. But I thought, no sweat. There's still plenty of time left in the weekend. By Sunday, I was still just about to start. And by Sunday night, I hadn't done anything. I didn't get a head start on my work, just a familiar sense of guilt and a case of the Sunday Scaries. If you've been there too, let's talk about why this happens and how we can approach weekends differently so we don't feel the pressure to do it all. Let's pause and get to the root of that "I didn't do enough" feeling. Maybe it's guilt for not being productive, or frustration for not meeting our own expectations. Or it might be anger that you keep over-promising and under-delivering to yourself. Or maybe there's a dash of shame that you can't seem to break this pattern. Take a moment to notice where this feeling sits in your body. Is it a heaviness in your chest? Or a pressure behind your eyes? Or maybe a clenched jaw? Just notice it without judging. As you breathe, give yourself permission to let these feelings be here for now. There's no need to change them. Just acknowledge them. Now that we're aware of what we're feeling, let's try an exercise together. Imagine your weekend plans as a grocery list. But you're not shopping for a Thanksgiving type of weekend. You're shopping for a normal weekend. Just a few key things to make nourishing meals. Instead of filling a cart to the brim, you've got a little basket, and you're here to pick up the essentials. Just what you need to feel balanced and satisfied. First, think of your protein, the main ingredient to give you strength. Maybe that's an hour of planning or answering emails. Just enough to help you feel steady without taking over your weekend. let's take a moment to take a deep breath in and a nice long exhale. Next, you'll need some carbs for energy. Picture this as a walk outside, maybe a short hike or an activity that recharges you and gives you fuel. Now, let's add something refreshing, like crisp greens or hydration, a few chapters of a book, a call with a friend, or quiet time just for you. These are the moments that bring a little clarity, refreshing your mind. And of course, every grocery list deserves a small treat. Maybe it's a favorite TV show, a nap, or a moment to savor something sweet. Let this remind you that rest is essential too. With each breath, imagine placing just these essentials in your basket, letting go of the pressure to add more. Take a deep breath in and a slow exhale out. Trust that these few items are all you need for a balanced, fulfilling weekend. How does this perspective shift feel in your body? Notice this feeling and sit with it for a moment. So if you're still wondering, but what do I do about all the other things, Rosie? Don't worry, we're not done yet. When we come back, we'll do a meditation together and I'll share 3 ways to help you fine-tune your weekend grocery list so that each choice feels intentional, leaving you both nourished and ready for the week without the overwhelm. For now, focus on your breath, letting go of any extras with each exhale. All right, let's look a bit deeper at why you feel the need to overfill your weekends. Sometimes it's because we feel that the more we add, the more prepared or in control we'll feel heading into the work week. But what if, instead of reaching for every item on the shelf, we only choose the ingredients that we know will satisfy us? This weekend, let's think of our grocery list as a carefully chosen recipe. We don't need every ingredient in the store, just the key items that work together to create a meal that feels balanced. A few thoughtful choices can bring fulfillment without the pressure of overloading our basket. Think of one ingredient in your weekend that brings you real joy or peace. Maybe a walk outside, diving into a creative project, or catching up with someone special. Picture adding this to your list as a staple, something that truly fills your weekend with meaning. With each breath, let yourself feel grounded in these few essentials, trusting that they'll create a satisfying weekend recipe. Let go of any extras that don't add to the sense of balance. Trust that with these choices, you're creating a weekend that feels both fulfilling and restful. Now, let's settle into a short meditation to release any remaining pressure and let yourself fully embrace what you've chosen. Close your eyes if that's comfortable, and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, Picture your weekend grocery list filled with just the right ingredients. No extras. Only what truly nourishes you. Begin to imagine one grounding choice as your foundation. Maybe it's an hour to clear out your inbox, or time to be present at your child's soccer game, or getting up a little earlier to sit quietly with your journal. Let this one choice anchor you, giving you a sense of stability and ease. Take a deep, calming breath in and a gentle exhale out. Now, think of just one or two things to complete that foundation, like ingredients that bring balance to a dish. Perhaps it's a walk in the fresh air, cooking a favorite meal, or a cozy break with a book or a cozy beverage. These small choices round out your weekend, adding layers of energy and rest without the weight of a long list. With each breath in, feel the nourishment from these essentials. Take a deep breath in, appreciating the simple, balanced plan you've created, and gently exhale and let go of any urge to add more or to think you're missing something. As you continue, each breath reminds you that a few intentional choices create a complete, fulfilling weekend. Sometimes, just like with the recipe, less is more. As we close today's episode, here are 3 small steps to help you build a balanced grocery list for your weekend. Number 1, select your essentials. Start by choosing 1 or 2 things that give you strength and a sense of stability. Your protein. This could be an hour of planning for the week ahead or tackling one key task. Your choice is enough to feel steady and prepared without it taking over your weekend. Number 2, add an energy boost. Make space for an activity that lifts you up, like a walk, a creative project, or some time outdoors. Think of this as your carbs, a boost that fuels you, providing energy without the heaviness. Number 3, savor a small treat. Let yourself choose a small treat of pure enjoyment. A favorite TV show, a nap, or a quiet moment just for you. This is an essential part of a balanced weekend, reminding you that relaxation is just as important as productivity. So the next time you feel pressure to do it all over the weekend, remember that it's often the overwhelm that holds us back. Starting with these essential choices builds momentum, and it can give you the dopamine boost to keep you going. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, It's okay that your weekend didn't go exactly as planned. You've already taken a step toward finding a balance that works for you for the next weekend. Rest well and take it one gentle breath at a time. Sunday Scaries is a Headspace Studios original podcast. It's executive produced by Morgan Seltzer and Sarah Cohen. It's produced by Robin Hopkins and Taylor Jennings Brown. It's hosted by Rosie Acosta and written by Renee Colvert and Rosie Acosta. Post-production by Dan Kroll. Music by Scott Sorensen and Chris Murgia.